listening to this audiobook called The 48 Laws of Power, and it's really messing with my head. I'm enjoying it. It's just the way that it's set up is really nice, I think, because they tell like historical stories of situations and the consequences of the situations and what you should and shouldn't do regarding those situations. And it's pretty good so far. Some things that stuck with me from it is there was a story about this guy who was like rising into power really quickly at a young age, and he had a family that was like trying to help him, but something happened where he ended up in this stable, and this stable boy helped him. Like, I guess they were around the same age, I guess, and he helped him, and he really took that to heart. And so he made that stable boy like head of the stables, and then he made sure he got a really good education, and then he made him like a noble, and then he made him like his right hand man. And they grew up together, and anything that this person wanted, he gave to him. Anything and everything. Money, women, power, anything that he asked for, he gave to this person. And then one day, he woke up and his bed was surrounded by men with spears, and his friend was standing there watching. And then they stabbed him to death, cut off his head, put it on a pike, and rode it through the town. And his friend became the man in charge. And that story messed with my head. And like I like sit there and I'm like, why would he do that? And then they explain why he did it. Because he just wanted so much power. He knew that the emperor or king or whatever was willing to give him anything that he wanted, but he wanted more, and he couldn't let that go. And I don't know, man, that sucks so much, because like that was his day one, apparently. That was his boy, and he put him over his own family, and that ended up being the reason for his demise. I'm still having trouble understanding what the point was, because it makes me so sad to think about that. But then another story that really stood out was like how you should make like you should put your enemies in higher places than your friends. And this one dude, like he was like an emperor or something, and at the point where he was in like what I guess it was like China or something, and generals and emperors and stuff didn't have a long life expectancy because the people around them would always try to kill them off and try to rise up to power. It was a short expectancy to be the emperor. Until this one dude, he's like, you know what? I'm gonna make everyone who's against me, like, I know you guys are gonna, he invited them all over, and he was like, look, I know you're all gonna try to rise up and kill me, but if you stand down right now, I'll give you money, I'll give you wealth and a farmstead, and you can live the rest of your life in peace and be wealthy and marry and do whatever you want. And a lot of these generals took that offer, and he ended up ruling for a very long time. And I just thought that was very interesting. Like, these are people who were definitely gunning for your head, and in one swoop you took all of them down by giving them what they really wanted, like freedom, like real freedom. Like, you don't have to be a war general or anything like that. I'm gonna give you wealth and land and girls and anything that you want. Just stand down, let me be emperor. And they took that shit, and it worked out for him. I don't know how long it worked out for him. It's just, that was another story that really stood out to me. And I don't know why. I can't explain to you what I learned from that. But I guess you're supposed to make like your enemies in better positions because they'll be more appreciative of it than your friends. And I guess that's how the two stories are linked. But I don't know, man. It hurt my head, and it was like depressing and interesting all at once. So I'm gonna keep listening to this thing and see what it's all about. I don't know, man. What was I rambling about? All right. Peace.